Welcome into Paul McGinley Field here in San Antonio for a sunny Sunday showdown between Southwestern University and Trinity University. And with both teams taking identical 3-3-2 records from nearly identical September schedules, we should be set for an excellent matchup as the two teams have eyes on first place in the SCAC here early in the conference season. My name is Ryan Figert, and once again, it's a pleasure to take you through the action here. This game getting kicked off just 15 or so minutes later than anticipated, 1:15 local time. Take you quickly through the starting 11s. First, for the visiting Southwestern Pirates, it's Jack Viles, the All-American goalkeeper, in between the sticks. Reagan Fortner, Luke Malone, and Raghav Sharma in the back three. And in the midfield four, Fernando Garduno Jaramillo, the captain, will start on the right side. Grimm and Hernandez, the midfield two, and Siplu, the left wing back, on the other side. Ashton Bynum playing behind Panetta and Pinto, the two strikers standing at 6'3" and 6'4" respectively. And because of that, Coach McGinley has responded with one change. And the player that we haven't seen yet in a Trinity uniform, Grayson Golgert, will partner J.C. Rule in the back line. Eubank and Davis either side of them. A midfield three of Peter Blanc, Louis Instrull, and Adam Knutson. Front three, Fraser Burns, Shen Adji, and Joseph Curry. So Golgert getting his first action in a Trinity uniform, the 6'4" sophomore center back from Allen, Texas. Called upon for his aerial ability and size. Southwestern, a team known for their direct style, their ability on set pieces, and their efficiency with every opportunity, including long throws, corners, free kicks. It's a defensively disciplined side that we've already seen twice at Paul McGinley Field this year, back on opening weekend, as the Pirates played the same two teams that Trinity did, dropping the first game 2-1 against Rowan and grabbing a 0-0 draw against Claremont in the game in which they were outgunned but never quite managed to concede, putting up just a few shots in that one against the Stags. Southwestern with 1.38 goals a game this season and 0.88 goals against. That's actually higher than the last two seasons. Last year they managed to concede just 2/3 a goal per game. And last year, 7 of their games going to overtime. Of course, no overtime this year, so those would have gone down to 7 draws. 2021, the Pirates finishing 10-3-4. Trinity 16-1-2, an undefeated regular season, but this year it's been a little bit different, a rocky September for a Trinity team that's still winless on the road, and after today's game will be away from home for their next 5 matches. But right now, all eyes on a 2-0 start to conference life here in 2022. Only one team can do it. After Southwestern beat Schreiner 5-0 and Trinity beat TLU 3-2 here, the winner will end the day in first place in the SCAC. Final checks for the officials. Fraser Burns set to get us underway. 2 goals in his last 2 games against the Pirates, and he leads the line again for Coach McGinley today. So he drops it off for Instrull, and the ball is rolling here on this Sunday afternoon. Golgert getting his first touch, playing to the left of J.C. Rule, who we usually see play on the left alongside either Peter Blanc or Tom Whitwell. That one just put out of play by Eubank. Ball picked up by Sharma. First year from Austin, Texas, made his way into the lineup. He was a first-team All-Region High School District Defender of the Year and took just 3 games to work his way into Coach Norman's starting 11. Has a goal and an assist on the year, and he'll be looking for another here from the long throw. Garduno Jaramillo left alone, but they opt to launch it into the area. Header won by Golgert, and he's clattered. After doing so, holding his head. I mentioned he was brought in to win the headers, and he was able to do so. But he's down here just a minute into his Trinity debut. With this crop of players, Trinity have faced off against Southwestern 6 times going back to 2018. 4 wins and 2 draws for the Tigers in those games. Last year in Georgetown, Trinity taking it 5-2 in what was a very memorable Sunday afternoon game. The wind whipping all kinds of different directions. Went into the halftime break 2-2. Trinity came out on fire in the second half. Goals from Velos, Kane, Burns, and Kyle Davis were enough for victory in that one. And looks like Whitwell is stripped and ready, so Golgert's Trinity debut unfortunately cut short after just a minute and 3 seconds. Whitwell definitely showed well on Friday, his aerial ability. Standing at over 6 foot as well. No slouch winning headers. Just an unfortunate situation there for Golgert. And what should have been a very special day for him. We wish him the best. Siplu tries to come infield. And Stroll well positioned to win back possession for the Tigers. Curry down the line. 2 goals on the season for Joe Curry. Here's Davis on the overlap. Deflected cross behind, and we'll have a corner. Eubank across for the in-swinging service. 3 assists back on opening weekend. After he was second on the team in assists to Burns last season. This is a good ball in, and Whitwell had eyes on it. Looks like that was Fortner who helped it across, and it'll be a Trinity throw here from the near side. Tigers going to allow Eubank to come all the way across the field to take it. Here's Aggie. Clearance from Hernandez. Blanc tries to keep the pressure on. Gardino Jaramillo, the direct service forward. J.C. Rule wins the header. Southwestern very comfortable in these moments with the ball bouncing around as Whitwell is able to get it out of play. That'll set up a long throw. Something interesting I noticed actually on that point, Southwestern, during the warm-up you see players usually pinging long balls back and forth. They actually practice flicking it up and hitting it on the volley, the bouncing ball. Their style of play definitely predicated on having that ability. As this one's heaved in again. Initial header won by Schwarma. Burns hobbled there. Caught some cleats, challenging for the ball. Curry will chase it back to Fortner. Pinto flicks it wide for Siplu. Curry battling with Hernandez, and just send this one down the field. Hernandez getting his first start of the season in the conference opener on Friday against Shriner. Ashton Bynum as well, the 2 experienced players in the lineup for the first time against the Mountaineers. And it went well, safe to say, 5-0 win, the first time that the Pirates have scored 5 since 2018. In a game that they actually unbelievably lost in overtime to TLU 6-5, one of the most memorable results in recent SCAC history. Those are the 2 highest scoring games in the Dustin Norman era for the Pirates, who are usually a 1-0 type of team. Malone launches that one off Curry, behind for a goal kick for Jack Viles. Taken short. And Trinity will key the press. Siplu, drop of the shoulder. He's able to turn past Davis, whose recovery pace made things difficult. Whitwell got a foot on the ball. Blanc sends it clear. Here's Eubank. into the Southwestern half. Bynum across to put pressure on him. Good work from Eubank. Here's Instrel. Panetta just leaning on him. Leaning on him enough to force the rare mistake from Instrel in the midfield. The Pirates can't keep it. Possession turned back over to the maroon jerseys today. Southwestern, I think, play exclusively in their yellow. Recognizable in both uniform and style of play. Roll down the line. Adji with Sharma on the back foot here. If he can keep it in play, he's going to cut back and along the end line. Good work from Adji, and we're headed to the spot. Sliding tackle from Sharma after excellent work from Shin Adji, and that will give the Tigers an opportunity from 12 yards. We'll see if it's Burns who steps up to take. Scored a penalty against Southwestern already in his career. We'll see the work from Adji just to keep it in, work along the touchline and the contact right on the line and moving into the penalty area. Looks like the right call from the official. But a golden opportunity 6 minutes into the game for Joseph Curry. 2 goals on the season, both coming in road defeats. Here's his first chance to put the ball in the net at Paul McGinley Field. Jack Viles, the All-American, looking to be big in the goal, but Joseph Curry slots it home. And it's 1-0 to the Tigers. A dream start for Trinity against a shrewd Southwestern. Adji with the composure and excellent work to win the penalty, and Curry equally composed, slots it pretty much down the middle as Viles went sprawling to his right. And the home team have the early lead. Sharma. Straight off the kickoff. They look like pretty much a designed set piece to get the defender into the attack. He was called offside, just perhaps a little bit unfamiliar with those areas of the field. Interesting conversation between Adji and Coach Dustin Norman just in front of me. Adji playing on the left wing for Trinity just in front of the Southwestern bench. Adji tells Coach Norman, it'll be a long day for you if you don't have the wingback drop and cover me. Already won the penalty, feeling confident. After an assist on Friday, 2 goals the game before, finding some real form. Shane Adji. Davis trying to find some space on the right wing. And Pirates will send this one clear. Golgert set to come back in, which means he's cleared concussion protocol. Good news. And because it was a head injury, he is allowed to re-enter in the first half. One of the positive recent changes to the NCAA rulebook. Rule down the line, looking for Adji. Panetta going through J.C. Rule that time, and Whitwell across to put it out for a throw. Gino Jaramillo again checks short. Trinity not concerned about him. Willman able to get up and claim. Good goalkeeping that time. Willman definitely in a battle for the #1 shirt with Juan Carlos Vidales. Both goalkeepers getting significant time this season. And this ball in behind for Pinto in pursuit. J.C. Rule there as well. And he puts it out for a throw right next to the corner flag. Now looking at the numbers, Wilman's save percentage significantly down this year, and I think if you just look at the numbers, that's concerning. If you've watched the games, you've seen the quality of goals that he's conceded has been at an all-time high. So many shots unsavable, and teams being very efficient. We saw TLU come here on Friday, have 3 shots, 1 off the bar, 2 into the net. And so save percentage definitely suffering as the header won by Sharma. There's a save for Wilman.
Unless you were not replaced.
Siplu on the halfway line. Blanc not happy about it. The referee calls the foul against the Dutchman. Playing in midfield today. More accustomed to playing in the back line, although last season we did see him step forward at times. Composed passer. Definitely has the technical ability that Dutch players are known for. Sharma making a late run to join the attack here. Spotted by Eubank as Hernandez flights this one into the area. Pinto looking to get ahead on it. And a follow-up effort from Panetta out of play. And Golgert will finally get a chance to come back in. So good work from Whitwell to spell his teammate. And Golgert's debut resumes 9 minutes after it was potentially going to be cut short.
Aston aware.
Wilman's goal kick right to the halfway line. Hernandez header right into the back of Kyle Davis. Ball picked up by Instrel. Instrel again connecting with Davis. Flicked by Burns. Wide for Louis Instrel. Cross in. Looking for Agi at the back post. He'll track it down off the head of Garduno Jaramillo. Agi sees 2 defenders. Heads back to Golgert. Golgert looking to go direct. Blocked by Bynum. And here's a chance for Panetta. Rule coming across the cover. 3v3 at the moment for the Pirates. As Golgert just needs to get back up to the speed of the game. Pinto across to take the long throw.
Aston! In front. Aston, always in front.
First year from Plano, standing at 6'3", would be a target in the area. Of course, they're not short of options in the air. He's the one tasked with the long throw. Last couple of times, Trinity bench players have been appealing for a foul throw against Pinto for coming sideways over the head. Definitely working in the gray area there. Knutson with a rare touch in midfield early in this game, helping it forward. Agi hot in pursuit of Luke Malone. Hernandez up into the afternoon sky. Golgert against Pinto. And now Panetta. And 2 strikers both outside of the penalty area. Panetta the one sending it in. No one to aim at that time. Siplu managed to keep it and win a corner. And you can hear the excitement from my left. Southwestern know that these are golden opportunities, especially against the Trinity team, which struggled early in this 2022 season dealing with set pieces. Line this one up. Garduno Jaramillo again checks short, left alone. And this one sent in. Bounces out for Bynum at the edge. And Golgert makes the block.
Good idea.
2 other games in the SCAC today. One of them up in Colorado Springs. It's Colorado College Tigers lead Centenary 1-0 in the second half. And starting concurrently with this one, TLU facing off with Schreiner in Kerrville as the Bulldogs look to bounce back from a conference opening defeat here on Friday night. Pinto able to get through Golger at that time. Laid off for Garduno Jaramillo. Pinto offside. Not a lot of action for Knutson, Burns, and Curry in the run of play. The ball spent a lot of time in the air, bouncing around. And both teams taking their time over restarts. Trinity with reason to do so now, leading through Joe Curry from the penalty spot. Enstrel wins the second ball there. Wide for Davis. Back to the English midfielder, has it poked away. Looked a step slower than usual so far today, Louis Enstrel. His first career game against Southwestern. Last off Hernandez, out for a throw. 15 minutes now gone. Based on the opening weekend with Southwestern here, expect to see some line change subs from Coach Norman. Perhaps he's tightened the rotation in conference play, we'll see. And it was often 5 or 6 at a time. Fortner thought about going short. Burns there to discourage it, and now he'll go long.
Runs!
Eubank wins the header. Right down to Michael Grimm. Cross from Garduno Jaramillo all the way through for Willman, who will take his time, picking that one up once he's eventually put under pressure by Panetta. Willman ahead, looking for Burns. Ball settled in midfield by Knutson. Laid off now to Enstrel. Moment of space for Davis as he makes his way into the attack. Ball out of play for a Trinity throw. 7 yards from the corner flag. Curry looking for options. Aji waiting at the back post. Knutson wins another throw. Davis, Curry, and Knutson just trying to find any space they can in that corner. Lifted into the area. Curry tries to flick it back towards the freshman midfielder. It's cleared away. And now it's Knutson who stayed down.
Paul, you're going to want to send the trainer, Paul.
Maybe a case of nosebleed. I think he got hit in the face there. So another stoppage. And it'll be an impromptu water break here as both teams come across. Knutson and Burns waiting out on the field as the trainer now arrives. Coach McGinley makes his way there as well. Knutson back up on his feet, jogging to the side. Coach Norman deep into his tactical talk here as his team takes on fluids. It's going to be Kane in to replace Knutson. And a likely shift Curry into midfield. Kane with a goal in that 5-2 win at Southwestern last season. Looking for his first goal in 14 games now. Going to send Aggie across to the right wing. Ball into the feet of Aggie. Skips past Bynum. And he'll spread it wide to Eubank. First opportunity for Kane. Able to create the separation, get the cross in. Burns there in the middle. Couldn't turn it goalwards. Golgert with the header down the line.
Turn and see it. Front him, Burn. Burn in front. Got help behind you.
The only shot on goal noted on the scoreboard here is the Joe Curry penalty to give Trinity the lead. There was definitely a header from Southwestern saved by Willman as well. Davis allowed to come inside. Lifts it into the path of Burns. That one just overhit. Burns indicating he wanted it to feet. Goal kick taken short. Michael Grimm dropping in from midfield, sends it long. Golgert meets it on the volley. Gardino Jaramillo with the second ball. Golgert stepping in front of Panetta. And here's Curry now operating centrally. Down the line for Kane. He's going to run out of real estate here as he's around the corner flag, tiptoeing and committing the foul. He pulled Michael Grimm's jersey. Viles launches it high into the air. Golgert wins the header. That's what he's in here to do. And quickly Trinity break. Here's Aggie. Aggie up against Malone. Aggie cuts inside, gets the shot away, and wins the corner. And perhaps he wanted more. They're already drawing a penalty once in this game. But a good moment in transition for the Tigers off the Golgert one header. And he's in there as a target for this corner. Eubank send it in off his left foot. Goes short. Here's Enstrel now on the edge of the area. Enstrel opens up some space for his right foot, lays it wide for Burns. Still targets to aim at in the penalty area as it's Davis now from the edge of the D. A wild effort that time from Davis after his first touch let him down. And Trinity will have to retreat. Rule ahead for Davis. Space down the line for Burns, who's managed to stay on side. Cuts past the defender. And here's the ball in for Curry. Looked like he was trying to lay it off for Aggie rather than take it himself. Some good understanding of the space that time for Burns, and nearly leading to a second Trinity goal.
Good, Grayson, good! Yes, Grayson!
Grayson Pinto chases Grayson Golgert back to Austin Willman. Kane with the volley ahead towards Aggie, who's playing centrally right now. Burns to his right and Kane to his left. Tigers, of course, without first-team All-American Michael Meese, dealing with an injury. Golgert wins another header. Curry's adding some goals to his game this season. Aggie as well in some good form, and Burns, of course, an All-American in his own right. And a frequent threat, especially against Southwestern. Throw-in goes just over the head of Pinto. Golgert and Panetta tangled up. Good feet from Blanc. He tiptoes along the sideline, ball's out of play for a Trinity throw. Looked like last touch off Hernandez, but referee points for a Southwestern throw. Quarter of the way through this game. And another throw-in goes Southwestern's way, this time in an area in which they'll send the center backs forward. Eventually they'll use Gardino Jaramillo, and now they will as he's left alone. Now 2 Tigers out to meet him, and the cross leaving a lot to be desired. Adji sending that one right to the ball boy on the halfway line, who's managed to catch it. Sharma with the throw down the line. Last touch off Pinto. Really the space is there to exploit on the wings if Trinity can quickly switch it. Adji usually in some space, even now that he's switched over to the right side. Here's Pinto. Wrong side of Golgert. Golgert managing to stay connected to his man there as it switched across for Ciplo. And we're headed to the spot as Kyle Davis whistled for a handball. A rare entry into the penalty box and open play for Southwestern. And they're going to get a shot from 12 yards because of this. Ciplu, first touch. Looked like it came off the upper arm of Davis. You've seen them given. You've also seen them overturned. In any case, it'll be a chance for Panetta from the penalty spot to level this one up. Willman looking for his first real signature moment of the 2022 campaign. Will it come here? Southwestern's number 9 steps up and plants that one into the side netting, and we're all square. Second goal of the season for Panetta. Both coming here at Paul McGinley Field. Struck in the opening moments of the season opener against Rowan. Now he's got his team back in this game. Call back to a game last year when Davis was called for a very similar handball. That one much more clear than this one. The ball bouncing around. Unfortunately caught him on an outstretched arm. That time it was against St. Thomas. This time, not sure there was much he could do with his arm still connected. Not really widening the figure. The referee saw what he saw. And now there's wind and the Pirates sails as Hernandez lifts this one in behind. Davis will give chase. Ciplu there for company. And Davis will watch it over the line. And here comes the Southwestern line change that we expected. 5 subs readying themselves. The next opportunity. Davis with the throw into Blanc. Bynum with a nice backheel flick wide for Ciplo. First touch let him down, ran right into Louis Enstrel. Spreads the play wide here for Hunter Kane, who's keeping the width on the near side. Here's Hunter Kane. Wants to get onto his left foot, not able to do so there. Sharma sticking to the task well. Southwestern stepped the line up. Hernandez going to ground there, pokes it away from Adji. Golgert gets a foot on the ball. Pinto looking to run beyond him. Foul goes against Blanc. He can't believe it. Both teams with a goal from the penalty spot here in the first half. Pirates restart play. Ball spread wide to Sharma. Mitch McGinley calling for the pressure. Hunter Kane, an ever-willing runner. Good tackle that time from Blanc. Panetta now picking himself back up. And Curry, I think, stepped on from behind there. Hernandez going to go into the book. And now both teams with plenty of subs ready. Duenas, Jones, Simon, Newport, and Michael Pham waiting. So both teams with 5 changes the next time the ball's out for a throw. Free kick from the halfway line for John Connor Rule. Tries to chip it in towards Burns. Can't get there. Hernandez back to Sharma. Goes direct. Looking for the run of Pinto. Golgert on the turn, looking to clear it. Ball pops up. Enstrel can't control it. Carduno Jaramillo gets a second chance at it. Sends it across the field. Davis wins the header. Sepulu chased back to his own half here. Malone will go all the way back to Fortner. Fortner playing with some fire here as he rolls it out to Sharma. Good use of the left foot that time from Sharma, but Trinity quickly get it back into the attacking third now with Fraser Burns. Wide for Adji. Davis runs beyond him. Here's Enstrel. Adji pokes it down the line for Davis. Good looking ball in. Won by Fortner. Here's Curry. And Louis Enstrel from 20 yards got underneath it. And the total of 10 changes now make their way into the game. DeHaven, Frey, Caleb Allen, Winston Hebert, and Elliot Miller for Southwestern. Very happy, I think, coming to the bench with the scoreline as it stands. So Michael Pham in at right back. Duenas will lead the line. Connor Jones, the right winger, and Newport and Simon will play at the base of midfield. First touch for Simon, buys some space for Joe Curry in the middle. Here's Connor Jones, his first chance to get involved. And he's done so, drop of the shoulder. He gets to the inline, the cutback cross, looking for Duenas, and now Newport. Shots for a handball, Duenas still going, and it's called for a handball against Trinity. A promising sign for the substitutes looking to make an impact. Viles with the booming goal kick, or free kick, sorry, off the handball. No way past Hebert for Curry that time. Jaramillo sends the bouncing ball forward. Allen helps it on towards DeHaven. whose lone goal came from the penalty spot against St. Thomas. Probably the result of the year so far for Southwestern, that 1-1 draw in Houston. Hunter Kane interested here. Jack Viles put under some pressure. Sharma working to keep it in play, but he's just put his team under more pressure. Joe Curry wins it back. Joe Curry lifts it high, looking for Jones at the back post. Can't keep it in play, though. It'll be a goal kick with 15 to go in the half.
Come on, Gold, it's too quiet! Let's go! Turn.
Simon chases Frey out wide, eventually gives away possession to Rule. Skylar Frey started the first 7 games before losing his spot to Bynum for the SCAC opener. It's been a little bit of a disappointing season for the first team all-conference player a year ago in Skylar Frey. The second team all-region with 5 goals and 3 assists, free kick specialist. Yet to get his name on the score sheet this year. Rule allowed some time, sends this one down the line. Jones tries to help it forward. It's going to run out for a goal kick.
Up and in!
Colorado College now leading 3-0 against Centenary. And also in SCAC play, TLU up 2-0 in the first half against Schreiner. Luis Green, in pursuit of the SCAC all-time record, has another goal. Allen with Golgert on his back. Simon reads the play well, drops it off for Willman. So I'm going to stay in play. Eubank sends it infield. 2 more changes coming for the Pirates. Kane called for a foul, I think for an outstretched arm there as he challenged for the header.
Lowering the shoulder into a player who's trying to hit a ball is not different.
Fortner's ball down the line. Golgert wins the header. Eubank can't keep it in play. Throw in coming. And a chance for the 2 changes. Peyton Sullivan into the game for the first time, and number 19 is not listed on our roster. We're going identifying number 19.
And Peyton Sullivan.
Throw in sent in. Golgert launches it clear. Back in by Fortner. Joinez tries to hold this one up. Laid back to Michael Pham. First chance for the Tigers number 10 to get on the ball. Miscommunication there between Joinez and Jones, but Pham on hand to win it back. Simon, I think, called for playing on the ground rather than the foul. So it's Garrison Ingstrom wearing number 19 today, as opposed to his usual 17. Get a look at the tackle from Simon. So he wins the ball, definitely a lot in it from Simon. And he sits on the ball. And I think that's why the play was stopped. Free kick given to Southwestern, and Nathaniel Blake, who's another one who started this year in the starting 11 for Coach Norman. Battled some injuries, missed a good chunk of games already, but he's set to check in, I think, for maybe DeHaven, the injured player. We'll see. Coach Norman changing his mind, and Blake will head back to the bench. DeHaven should be good to continue once he's allowed back in. We'll resume play with a Southwestern free kick, 5 yards into the Trinity half. Fortner and Frey. Fortner taps it, and Frey sends it in. Plenty of air underneath it, and Willman able to come and claim. Coach Norman not happy with what he feels like has been an easy afternoon for Austin Willman, coming to claim crosses. That'll probably be a point of emphasis in just about 10 minutes' time, the halftime break. DeHaven back on the field now. Sharma wins the header. DeHaven can't keep it in play, or Engstrom, sorry. Eubank looking up, not seeing a lot of options. Fires it into the feet of Dueñez. 2 defenders on him. Nowhere to go for the Tigers' number 7, but he wins another throw. Since the substitutions, Trinity struggling to build. And Southwestern just successful in disrupting play. Eubank can't get it all the way to Dueñez. DeHaven wide. Engstrom can't keep it in play. And Jack Downs will enter the game now for Joe Curry. 10 minutes off the bench for Jack Downs, who scored a pair of goals against Southwestern back in 2019 in a 2-1 win away from home. And he's got previous with Southwestern. Let's do so many of these Trinity players. Referee allowing for the physical play between Allen and Golgert. Hunter Kane gets wrong side of Engstrom. Hunter Kane with the ball fizzed in, and Viles did well to hold it.
Keep working, Khalif.
Viles punt, header won by Golgert. Down settles it, and there's time and space for Michael Pham. Dangerous recipe from a Pirates perspective. Ahead for Jones. And the cross blocked out for a throw deep near the corner flag. Wind starting to pick up towards the Pirates' goal, as Dueñez is going to be booked here for a late tackle. So Dueñez booked in the 38th minute. And Viles will line up this free kick. Last year, Southwestern losing in the SCAC semifinals against the University of St. Thomas. A 1-0 score line as Trinity beat Colorado College and advanced to the final, eventually losing to the Celts. Willman out off his line, measures it perfectly, as he lands on the final of 18 yards of allotted space. Golgert with a nice turn under pressure from Frey. Felt more and more comfortable as the game's gone on. So that early interruption, go through the concussion protocol. Golgert back to Willman. Kane calling for it on the left wing for Trinity. He rolled out to the feet of J.C. Rule. Time for him to pick a pass. Intercepted on its way to Joinez, cleaned up by Simon. That time Golgert was looking to go in behind for Kane, who came short. A little bit of unfamiliarity maybe between the two players, who of course haven't played much together in a game setting anyway. Golgert making his debut. And fit just about everybody into a 30-yard rectangle right around the halfway line. As Viles actually sends the goal kick into the space on the right side. Don't think that was by design. And Trinity onto it because of the mistake. Time in midfield for Simon. Newport, some pressure coming from DeHaven. Chased wide to Pham. Good touch away from the pressure there for Michael Pham, one of the team captains for Trinity. Here's space for Newport. Can't find Joinez. Connection between the midfield and the forward line just lacking right now. Even though there is room to play in the center of the park. High kick going to be whistled against DeHaven. And with 5.5 minutes, it's a set piece opportunity for the Tigers. Jack Downs and Jack Eubank, both with real pedigree, standing over a dead ball. And plenty of targets to aim at. It's going to be Jack Downs. Lofts it towards the back post. Joinez making the run, but Downs got it wrong. And it ends up a goal kick for Viles. Viles been very active this year for Southwestern. He's already got more saves than the entirety of last season. 47 coming into today, just 42 a year ago when he was named first-team All-American. His .39 goals against average was good for 15th in the country.
Let's go, Yellow! Too high! Too high! Sky drop! Sky!
That All-American award really covering the spring season and the fall season, as he was excellent across both. And there were no All-American awards given out in the spring. Ball in behind. Golgert across to try and deal with it. He's bumped. Referee says no foul. Here's a chance for Frey to get the shot away. And it's deflected wide for a corner.
Good work, Elliot. Good work, Jackson.
To finish the point on Viles. He won't get career shutout number 20 today, having already conceded the Joe Curry penalty. It's definitely a presence in the Pirates' goal.
All you, Elliot. All you, baby.
Jackson in the front post.
Frey across. Trinity camped out in the 6-yard box awaiting the runners.
Jackson,
The Pirates
in the front post space, Jackson.
organized right on the edge of the box. Frey's ball dipping in right on the top of the 6, and Rule got ahead to it, and now Trinity can break. Here's Joinez. 2v1 if he goes quickly. Ball caught up under his feet. Overlap coming from Jones. Good work that time from Ingstrom. He bought the Pirates time to get back. Pham to Golgert, and just like that, all the yellow jerseys back in position. Ball in behind for Jones. Jones coming together that time with Malone. Risky business sticking a foot in there, but he got a piece of the ball. And he's won a goal kick as Nathaniel Blake now finally enters the game for Ingstrom. Wonder if this is just part of working his way back from injury. Also notably, Blake is one of the 3 team captains on opening weekend. No longer wearing the armband. That doesn't necessarily mean it's not a part of the leadership group for Coach Norman. That one nearly threatens the equipment here in the booth, rolling off the roof. Under 2 to play. Throw in taken for Dueñez. Frey slips up. And Dueñez goes down under a heavy tackle. Referee brings the play to a halt, and the Tigers not happy about it. They felt they had the advantage. No yellow card given, and perhaps just a misjudgment there from the referee, but Tigers will look to profit in any case from the free kick. Fam may be an option. 30 yards to the right of Jack Eubank. Plenty of targets in the penalty area as well as he lifts this one right onto the roof of the net. Frustrated with himself there, Jack Eubank. See the runs directed towards the back post, but the service maybe in part due to the gusty wind was over the crossbar. Here's Hunter Kane. Runs into Blake, who puts it out for Tigers throw. Is there one last opportunity in this for McGinley's men? Or perhaps for Southwestern going the other way. Golgert gets a foot on the ball. Here's Allen. Allen looking to go in behind for Frey as we're into single-digit seconds to go. Newport ahead to Kane, who will fire a shot. And, of course, can definitely shoot from range. We've seen that plenty before, but that time ran out of time. And the shot was sent wide anyway. So it's 1-1 going into the break. 4 shots apiece. Pirates getting 2 on target. Trinity now at 5 shots after that Hunter Kane effort with 1 on goal. That was the Joe Curry penalty. Canceled out by a penalty for Southwestern, converted by Carpanetta. And so it's 45 minutes to go. And we're all even as the 2 teams battle for first place in the SCAC.
Second half of play. Southwestern Pirates, Trinity Tigers, Southern Collegiate Athletic Conference action. Trinity fans, let's hear it for the Tigers!
We welcome you back here to Paul McGinley Field for the second 45. Trinity taking on Southwestern in the second game of SCAC play here in 2022. And both teams with a penalty converted in the first half, and we sit at 1-1. As Trinity in their final huddle before we resume play. Take a look at which lineup the two coaches have gone with. Trinity break the huddle. Looks like Michael Pham at right back. Golgert and Rule continue in the middle, and Eubank as well on the left. In the midfield, looks like Luke Newport and Louis Instrull. Fraser Burns playing a little bit deeper as the attacking midfielder. Joe Curry on the right, Shanaji back out on the left, where he was able to win the penalty just a few minutes into the game. And Dueñas will lead the line. Has to be a little bit careful on a yellow card. Yellow jerseys break their huddle. And 3 head to the top of your screen for a coordinated set piece here from the kickoff. They dropped off and then launched ahead of those 3 receivers wide right, if you like. Here's Grimm with the service ahead, and Golgert able to win that one. Actually rose high enough to use his shoulder to send it downfield. Still work to be done. Newport can't take it off Hernandez, nor can Golgert. Chance for Hernandez to measure the cross in. And Instrull able to send it clear. Dueñas able to kill it dead with his first touch, and he's off and running. Curry coming in support. And Grimm judged to have fouled him as he was right there along with Dueñas the whole way. Plenty forward now for Trinity, looking for the go-ahead goal. It's going to be Instrull over the free kick.
Too far, car! Too far, car!
Instrull lifts this one up. Golgert wins the first header, but can't get it in the field of play. Maybe just a little bit over his head. Miles will take the goal kick from the opposite corner of the 6 as we get a look at it. Rule may be better positioned behind Golgert.
Go, Ashton. Get across. Turn. Grayson, off the car.
Goal kick, header won by Newport. Flicked on by Burns. Dueñas wants to put it in behind for the run of Adji. That one too close to the goalkeeper. Adji scored his 2 goals against Concordia off the left wing. Had the assist from the right wing on Friday and won the penalty from the left in the opening minutes today. I think definitely more comfortable coming inside onto his stronger right foot. Pham being waved back here by the referee. Throw in for Burns, flicked into the path of Curry. Curry with 2 defenders for company. Manages to get past one and now drops the shoulder past Siplu as well. The cutback cross, looking for the run of Dueñas. Well cut out that time by Fortner. And going the other way, it's 1v1. And Golgert wins the header, wins the battle. Now the reinforcements come forward for the Pirates. Trinity into their usual corner kick defending setup for these long throws. Pinto heaves it in. And it falls for Panetta. The shot blocked and the follow-up blocked as well off the right foot of Sharma. Cross sent in and claimed by Willman. And Rule goes down. Frustrated. Maybe he's picked up an injury here. Yep. He's motioning he needs a change. And Blanc will come back into the game. JC Rule telling Coach McGinley it's not bad, but he shouldn't play through it for fear of making it worse. The trainer will check on him now. And it'll be Blanc alongside Gogurt. Blanc starting this game in midfield. Back into his more accustomed position of center back. Wilman wide right for Pham. Cuts it back to the goalkeeper again. And Wilman didn't get any air underneath that one, and it fired off the feet of Ashton Bynum. Could have been a really dangerous giveaway. If not for the fortunate bounce off Southwestern's number 21. And Bynum struggling a little bit. Sometimes when you have a ball fired into your feet and you're not ready, not locked up at the knee or the ankle, can jar some things loose. And Hernandez has left Curry in a heap here. I think Hernandez has already been booked. Confirm with you in just a moment. No, no yellow card.
It's not a card. He's just fine.
Oh, sorry, yes, the yellow card in the 27th minute to Hernandez. Curry's now pulling himself back up to his feet.
Oh, healed.
Smarter, Drew. Come on. Keep working.
He has to be careful. Joinez on a yellow for Trinity. One of the only two bookings so far in this one. Space ahead of Shinagi as Garduno Jaramillo trying to retreat. Stabs at it and left in the wake of Shinagi as the low cross fizzed in, looking for the run of Burns. Can't get on the end of it. Here's Instrel. Curry wide for Pham. These two can definitely combine to good effect up the Trinity right. Very agile, adept ball players. Pham pokes it down the line. Slight miscue there from Malone. Gives it up to Fraser Burns. Malone staying with it. Now Curry stabs it inside for Michael Pham. Michael Pham with the cross. Blocked by Bynum. And Bynum immediately screaming at his teammates, not happy with the defensive effort there. And they'll have to switch on quickly as Trinity ready the corner. Option to go short as Burns is there for company. Eubank waves him away. This one right onto the near post. Header won by Southwestern. Panetta chasing his own clearance. As Pham with the drop of the shoulder. Got some time to launch it forward again. This one, some good weight on it. Looking for Agi. A couple of yards too close to the goalkeeper though. Blanc, a little bit of an awkward volley there from the goal kick, and here's Bynum coming forward on the overlap. Couldn't combine with Pinto. And Blanc spreads it wide for Agi, looking for joy once again on the left wing. Trinity Tigers sprinting forward to his right to provide some support. Agi cuts in and fires a relatively tame shot to the arms of Viles. First official save of the game for the Southwestern number 1. Hernandez with the header, can't keep it in. Hernandez, the only player, I believe, left on the Southwestern roster who scored way back in that crazy game I mentioned in the first half, the 6-5 loss against TLU. brought that one up because Southwestern are coming off of 5-goal performance and victory against Shriner on Friday. Grimm, Garduno, Jaramillo, Sharma, Sullivan, and Blake on the score sheet in that one. Both teams scoring from the penalty spot in this game so far. Newport back to Instrel. Laid off for Golgert. Good combination. But Newport again back to Blanc. Here's time and some space for Michael Pham, and he's allowed to come inside. Dangerous opportunity now for Burns up the right wing. Burns with the low cross in, and it bounces around, cleared off the line by Sharma. Only as far as Joe Curry. Low cross blocked behind for a corner, and that looked like nearly an own goal for the Pirates as Trinity starting to find the spaces to operate in the attack. I think this comes off of, it does, off of Fortner. Clawed off the line by a combination of Viles and Sharma. Corner coming, Eubank. Way too much air underneath this one, but Newport may be able to keep it in play. We'll see. He does track it down. And then all the way back to Austin Willman. Better safe than sorry.
Stay car. Stay car. Don't separate yourself.
And when Trinity have been able to get the ball moving quickly, that's when the spaces really start to open up. Pham has been instrumental in that. Duenas back to Michael Pham. Duenas called for a foul that time against Hernandez. Those two players in the referee's book already.
Don't get stuck so far in. Hold your profile wide. Come on, Mark. Come on, heads. Hey, come on. Come on. Wait for Andrew.
See JC Rule there sitting in the back of your shot. Looks like he's likely done for the day. He looks slightly downtrodden. Trinity looking to put a smile on his face here and restore the lead. Here's Duenas up against Sharma. Low cross in, claims for a handball, waved away by the referee. Here's Newport. Now to Adji. Adji looking for space to shoot. Lays it off for Michael Pham. Wide for Joe Curry. Curry past one. The help coming from Malone. And that time Joe Curry caught offside.
Well done, well done, well done.
Knutson sent down to warm up. Haven't seen him since he left in the first half, bleeding in the face. Looks like he'll be a substitute here in the near future. Coming off 2 goals on Friday. It's Fraser Burns who got the 3rd goal, the winner. Golgert there, slight miscommunication as he was challenging in the air with his own teammate Eubank. And this ball is spinning in behind kindly for Pinto. Southwestern bench to their feet in anticipation as Pinto runs into a combination of Pham and Blanc. Siplu wants to get down the line here, and Pham called for a foul. Just didn't move his feet enough that time, instead throwing the shoulder out and giving away the free kick. Coach McGinley encouraging a higher line defending this free kick. You got Bynum and Grimm both standing over it. Arcing towards the back post, header won by Golgert. Helped further clear by Luke Newport. Another header won by the debutant today, Grayson Golgert. And a 3rd straight clearance for the sophomore defender. Eubank pokes it wide for Adji. He's got Duenas ahead of him. Curry working to get into the attack on the right wing. Burns makes the run beyond Adji. Here's Instrel. Pham now met by Grayson Pinto. Switches the play across for Newport. Eubank thinking about the early cross. Finds the good ball into the feet of Dueñez. Dueñez with 4 Southwestern defenders surrounding him. And last touch was off. Looks like Garduno Jaramillo out for a Trinity corner.
Come on, Elamar!
5th corner of the game for the Tigers. Yet to really threaten despite the addition of Golgert into the set-piece routine. Be an in-swinger off the right foot of Fraser Burns as he directs traffic. And it's a dangerous ball in. Golgert looking to get underneath it. Sharma with the intervention. And Grimm with the clearance. See 6 shots apiece, 2 on target. Trying to be, for the most part, working out of open play. Southwestern, as you've come to expect over the years, being very clinical with set pieces, and both teams having scored from the penalty spot. Here's Adji. Past Garduno Jaramillo. The cross lifted in, and here's Curry at the back post. A low shot right at the goalkeeper. Adji really starting to get the better of his man on the far side. Tigers scoring 2 goals from cutback crosses on Friday, and they've definitely got to the end line today. Burns fouled by Siplu. Ball quickly restarted by Blanc. Eubank down the line for Adji, tried to dummy that and get running down the line, but flicked off his heel. And Southwestern will make 5 changes. Blake, Frey, Allen, DeHaven, and Elliot Miller. And at the 30-minute mark to play.
And Elliot Miller.
So it'll be Blake now tasked with dealing with Adji on the far side as Garduno Jaramillo had a rough 5 minutes or so. Golgert's header helped forward by Newport. Dueñez tried to take it on the chest. Miscue from Allen. Bit of head tennis between the two teams. And Dueñez, wrong side of Michael Grimm. Dueñez encouraged to shoot, drop with the shoulder, and Dueñez with the effort. And another excellent save from Viles. The perfect anchor for the Southwestern back line.
Elliot, be aware!
The captain gets that one wide of the post, conceding another corner. Been told that Trinity have put a lot of effort into working on set pieces. Trying to be a little bit more creative from restart to see if it can pay dividends. This one in towards the back post. Sharma been excellent today. Another intervention there. Burns wins the throw. Throw in quickly into Adji's. Left alone. Quickly met by Blake. Golgert across for Pham. 2 freshmen set the check-in for Trinity. Haas joined by Knutson. Blanc pulls a cucumber on the ball there, and he spreads it wide for Curry.
Move your feet! Be composed!
And good combination here. Michael Pham on the edge of the area. Michael Pham with the left-footed shot. Didn't really catch hold of it. Another encouraging build. Just lacking that final cutting edge. You got to think his name is Michael Meese, not playing today. Who else can step up and find the winning goal? That one horribly miscued by Viles, sent into the front yard of the house behind the field.
For the Pirates, Winston Abear. For the Tigers.
Abear in for the Pirates. Hawes and Knutson in for the Tigers. Burns will head to the number 9 with Hawes to his right and Curry and Knutson underneath. So slightly more attacking midfield look for Coach McGinley here. Looking for the go-ahead goal. Here's Riley Hawes. Switches the play to Adji. Adji with the overlap coming from Eubank. 3 to aim at the back post as this one sizzled in. And a crucial block that time from Fortner. Another corner. Number 7 coming for the Tigers, and they go quickly. Eubank swings it in. Golgert got a chest to it, or maybe a hip thrown at the ball. Nothing consequential on target anyway, as Blanc hooks it back in. Southwestern pinned in their area right now as Eubank finds Adji. Whole Southwestern team pretty much in the penalty box at the moment, and that's why it's so hard for the Tigers to find the goal that they so desire. This one's sent in. Hawes waiting at the back post, where he's outnumbered 3-1. Throw in taken quickly. Knutson at the end line. Knutson with the cross blocked by the arm of Malone. It'll be a free kick. Not an intentional handball, so no booking coming the way of Southwestern's number 3. This one essentially a corner kick, 10 yards closer to goal. Knutson and Stroll positioned on the edge of the area. Hawes as well, as Eubank stands over it. 4 Tigers in the 6-yard box and Joe Curry at the back post.
Be ready! Be ready! Wait, watch top of the box.
Looks like a service going to come right on top of the goalkeeper. Eubank towards the back post, and Golgert got a head to it. That would have been some story. A debut goal was suddenly a possibility as Eubank fizzed that one in towards the head of Trinity's number 35. Just winning the battle there against Sharma, who's finally beaten in the air. Golgert just can't get it down and on target. Fan wins the first header. Golgert tripped up, and here's Nathaniel Blake bearing down on goal. Blanc across to cut it out. Nearly became a chance for Southwestern out of nothing. Adji past Sharma, past Blake. Now has to beat Sharma again. He does so with ease. The cutback cross is on as this one rolls across, and here's Joe Curry, who finds the net. Some more excellent work from Adji to set up Joe Curry for his second of the game. Lead restored. After 20 minutes of choppy waters, the Pirates' ship has been struck. Two 2-1 lead for the Tigers, courtesy of some great work from Adji. And the cutback cross rolled enticingly across for Joe Curry. Made no mistake with the finish. Reminds me of the goal he scored last year against Colorado College in the SCAC tournament, where time almost stood still as it rolled to his path. And now 24 minutes for Southwestern to try and respond, or for Trinity to put it out of reach. Off the kickoff, you see Burns' intense sprint to close it down. Golgert wins the header. And now there's plenty of players in yellow uniforms caught behind the play. If Hawes can get the counter going, instead was the safe option back to Golgert. Blanc wide for Pham. Pressure starting to build right around the halfway line, and Blanc will go long. Fortner wins the first header, and Pham puts it into touch.
Let's go, boys. Let's go, boys. Hey. Relax. 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 Keep playing your game. Yes, Caleb.
Malone ahead for Allen. Henschel settles it, finds Curry, turns away from Blake. Aggie demanding it on the far side. Gets the service from Eubank. Aggie lays it back for Joe Curry. He's playing on a hat trick, cuts this one back for Shin Aggie. Those two, the lethal combination that have produced Trinity's goals today. Maybe you want Curry to be a little bit more selfish. Almost any other player on a hat trick shooting there. Curry so often looking to facilitate, play make. Aggie back to Enstrel. Southwestern stay pinned in their own defensive third. No interest in coming out. Here's Hawes. His cross blocked behind for a corner. And 5 subs coming in for Southwestern to try and elevate the level once again.
12 for 7. 16 for 4.
Eubank across to take the corner as we're 3/4 of the way through the game now. Both teams converting a penalty in the first half. Joe Curry's goal moments ago restoring the lead for the Tigers. Looking for more here from the corner as Eubank puts it into the 6, and Sharma's header looked like it was on target for a potential own goal, cleared away by one of his teammates. Riley Hawes sets this one for Eubank, and Eubank in for Knutson. Viles doesn't deal with it. Still bouncing in the penalty area before Frey sends it clear. And now 8 changes coming for Southwestern. As Coach Norman really not happy with the group out there right now and how deep they've played. Pretty much no intensity in the press, especially compared to what we're used to seeing from the Pirates. And there's a miscue from Malone. They're spacing behind for Joe Curry. Needs some support in the penalty area. Here's Joe Curry. Cuts onto his left foot. Sweet feet in the box. Here's Joe Curry for the hat trick! Sneaks it in at the near post. A first career hat trick for Joseph Curry. And that may put the game out of reach for Southwestern. The individual ability of Curry on display today. And before even that replay began, beating a couple of players in the box. And a congested box, as we've brought up a couple of times. 11 players to deal with in 18 yards of space. Joe Curry making them look like cones. Burns picks up the assist. 70th minute now. 2-goal lead for the Tigers. And almost an entirely new 11 for the Pirates. Looking to immediately respond. Pinto trying to pounce. It's back with Willman. Knutson to Curry. Here's Pham. Drop of the shoulder easily past 2. He's allowed to come in field. Fizzes it across for Eubank. Aggie demands it again. The early cross sent in. And Eubank didn't quite wrap his hips around it. It's been an excellent second half. Pretty much all that Coach McGinley could ask for to this point. Still 20 minutes to navigate. The Tigers are set to move to 2-0 in SCAC play if they can do so. Pham wins the first ball. Enstrel, death touch past Bynum. Hawes ahead for Enstrom. And Burns, combination with Knutson, runs out of play. Last touch off the Pirates. And right now, yellow jerseys chasing shadows.
Gotta be on it. Go, boys, go. Come on, boys. Grayson. Let's go. Second ball.
Header won by Pham.
Boys. Wait for it.
Hawes returns it to him. Enstrom back to Blanc. A little bit weak off the left foot of Blanc. Golgert able to clean it up. Header flicks off Hernandez and out for a Trinity throw on the far side as the Tigers slow this game down just a little bit.
Luke, pull away.
Burns leaves it for Adji. Here comes Shin Adji up the left wing. 3 defenders around him. An option to cut it back for Curry. Curry with the ball on strings in the penalty area. Couldn't find space to shoot that time. And then you really see the Tigers starting to try things, have a little bit of fun. As Pinto shows his speed, gets past Golgert, and nearly gets past Blanc, who goes to ground to cut it out. It's going to be a throw for Southwestern, taken quickly, fired ahead. Pham with a heavy touch. Runs into Sipler. And Stroll there to clean it up. He's set to be replaced by Jake Simon. Here's Eubank. Ahead for Adji. Adji looking to come in field. Blanc going long, spreads it wide, looking for Hawes. Malone didn't quite judge it right, concedes the throw, and both teams will make one change. Sam Valentine in for the first time for Southwestern. Sharma replaced. Had a pretty good game through 60 minutes and started to really fade. Looks like Sharma stays on. It's Malone who's replaced, and Sharma will move to the left of the back three. Ball sent in by Pham, looking for Adji at the back post. Headed clear by Valentine, a substitute moments ago.
I can count on one hand, possibly one finger, how many times our attacking mid has been aggressive and gotten physical with the play.
Adji tangled up with Hernandez. And last touch off, Gardino Jaramillo out for a Trinity throw. As those gathered to support the Tigers enjoying the second half, safe to say. Simon across, he gives away the throw. That stops the counter. Valentine, he's got a long throw on him as well. As we see it for the first time, helped on all the way back to Austin Willman in the Tigers' goal. Around the SCAC, mentioned on Friday and mentioned earlier today, Luis Green record watch. He's got a hat trick against Schreiner who are down 5-0 for the second straight game to start conference play. But that hat trick means Louis Green is level with Trinity's Hall of Famer Josh Card on 72 goals for second all-time in SCAC play, and one away from tying the record of 73 all-time. Enstrel, drop of the shoulder. Jaramillo now out of position. Here's Adji, past Valentine. Adji trying to scamper up the inline like he did to win the penalty in the first half. That time runs out of room. And he'll be replaced by Hunter Kane. Right in for Bynum.
Grayson, when you close, it's got to be cars the target and you run. It's not Ashton running, it's you running.
Adji, one of his best games in a Tiger uniform, without a goal to his name, but tormented the Pirates all second half and won the penalty in the first. Saw Coach Norman and Adji verbally sparring in the first half, maybe a case of don't poke the bear. Kane in the way, and Kane onto the loose ball. Here's Hunter Kane looking for his first goal in 2022. Can he get it out of his feet? Tries to poke it towards Burns. He never quite settled it there. Burns forced wide, leaves it for Knutson on the overlap. Knutson looking for separation, goes to Eubank. Burns back to Jack Eubank. Right-footed cross in. Hawes gets ahead to it. Wide of the frame. Riley Haas looking for his first Trinity goal. Not too far away that time.
Yellow, come on! Come on!
Hernandez with the clearance, plenty behind it. Kane looking lively off the bench here in the second half. Knutson like to get his name on the score sheet once again, I'm sure. Their 2 goals on Friday. Here's Burns wide left. Cuts in, finds Hawes. 22 yards from goal. Hunter Kane. Fire the low cross in. Burns nearly got a foot to it. Here's Jake Simon instead. Shot deflected and claimed by Viles. There's the 2 fifth-year seniors with looks at goal there. Simon from exactly on the penalty spot. A little bit different than a penalty in that there was 4 bodies in the way, one of them taking the power out of his effort. Our 2 games around the SCAC today, pretty lopsided. Colorado College winning 3-0 against Centenary at home. TLU, fresh off defeat here on Friday, traveled to Kerrville and win 5-0. Mentioned the Louis Green hat trick in that one. Schreiner down horrendous to start SCAC play, 10 goals against, none scored.
In for the Pirates, Michael Graham. For the Tigers, Kyle Davis.
Andrew!
Austin College and Dallas playing yesterday. Austin winning that one 1-0 at home. Those 2 teams, just the 1 game this weekend.
Play with intensity, boys!
Davis back in to replace Michael Pham. Knutson now. Kane, the chance to get a shot away, a rare chance this season. Didn't catch hold of it. That one running out of play as we're under 10 minutes to go. On the women's side, Schreiner winning 1-0. TLU up 2-0 as the game ticks away against St. Thomas. And Trinity women winning 6-0 over Dallas, and Southwestern, as the final buzzer sounds against Centenary, will win their game 2-0.
In for the Tigers, Jesus Melos and Luke McCauley.
First opportunity of the season, I believe, for Luke McCauley, number 29 for Trinity, into the game, and Jesus Velos and for Jack Eubank, who's finally spelled this weekend. As Coach McGinley, who gave a debut already today, a Trinity debut to Grayson Golgert, who's still out there, set to go 80 minutes. Not afraid to go deeper into his bench with the score at 3-1. Sharma ahead, ball intercepted by Simon. First touch for McCauley, gets it wide for Haas. That's a very young front line for Trinity. Here's McCauley on his left foot after a nice body feint to open up the space. Coach McGinley thought he had a masterstroke there, as McCauley came off the bench almost to immediate effect. Joseph Curry hat trick. Trinity up 3-1 as Carpanetta converted his penalty in the first half. And Southwestern, no real opportunities coming out since the break. Trinity with total dominance, really keeping the Pirates pinned in. Chance creation as well. On point for Coach McGinley.
And Nathaniel Blake.
First hat trick for Trinity since Michael Meese in the conference tournament last year when he had 4 against Colorado. Joe Curry watching on, kicking his feet up after his most influential performance to date in a Trinity uniform. And that shot fired in from the outside. Good look for Haas, saved by Viles. Blanc dealing with this bouncing ball. Golgert doesn't get much behind the clearance. Working with Velos, again sliced in the air, and it's going to be a long throw opportunity. Some encouragement for the Pirates, who, if they can get a goal, might make this final 6 minutes interesting. Pinto launches it in. Willman able to come and claim. And Coach Norman, again, frustrated that no one really challenges Trinity's goalkeeper. But he's been up to the task. Southwestern posing very difficult questions for goalkeepers, and often not of the shot-stopping variety. It's more about how can you come off your line, command the penalty box. And Willman has been up to that task today. Here's McCauley. Somerville on the field, looking for his first goal of the season. Somerville into the box, fires it. Viles gets a hand to it. Hunter Kane arriving. And Kane, never able to get the shot away, ended up barreling into the goalkeeper. Some Trinity record book news. The Joseph Curry hat trick today matched by Michaela Bosco in the women's 6-0 win. And that's the first time that a Trinity men's and women's player have had a hat trick on the same day since September 2017. Holly Ann DeRay and Austin Michaelis, both goal-scoring legends in their own respect. Shuey to replace Instrull.
In for the Tigers, Brayden Shuey.
Golgert and Blanc. Golgert, Blanc, and Woman, the only starters left out there at the moment for Trinity. Here's Shuey's first involvement. Ahead to McCallie. Flicked up in the air. McCallie beyond his defender. He's looked lively, hasn't he, off the bench?
Come on, go, let's go! Let's go, go! Let's go, boys! Come on, come on!
Shuey wanted the foul, instead has the throw.
Andrew!
So McCallie got 3 games in 2021, so it's not his full Trinity debut, but his first game of the season. Sophomore from McLean, Virginia. So plenty of history going on today. Luis Green for TLU tying Trinity's Josh Card with 72 career SCAC goals. And matching hat tricks on the men's and women's side for the first time since 2017 for the Tigers. It was really a moment as Davis makes his way up the right side and got tangled up. Referee, I think, going to correct this one and give a foul instead of a goal kick. And there's a moment in the middle of September or so where all of the Trinity programs were flying nationally ranked. Women's soccer, volleyball, and football. And men's soccer dealing with their struggles as they did on the road in September. Probably felt a little bit left out. But now it looks like all guns blazing for Trinity across the 4 sports. Cleaned up by Velos. Ahead to Kane. Somerville chasing it down on the far side. McCallie wants to go beyond him. Drop of the shoulder from Somerville. Maybe surprised he didn't see more time today. One of the more physical Trinity players. He's got an opportunity with a few minutes to go to try and make an impact. Try and make a claim for some more minutes going forward. Next game for Trinity is going to be Friday night. Or sorry, next game for Southwestern is going to be Friday night against University of St. Thomas as they host the Celts. Definitely keep an eye on that scoreline as the Celts are coming off a 1-1 draw in Colorado. Southwestern will follow that one up with a home match against Centenary on Sunday afternoon. And a clear foul this time. Drawn by Jesus Velos for Trinity. There you go, on a 5-game road trip now. They'll be at Dallas on Friday, at Austin College on Sunday, at Schreiner the following week, at St. Thomas the week after that, at Centenary Sunday the 23rd, before finally returning home for Senior Day on October 28th against Colorado College. That might have some serious seeding implications for the SCAC tournament the following weekend. Here's Kane towards the back post. Shuey going to get his noggin on it. This one runs out for a throw on the near side. Good service that time from Kane.
One minute.
Davis up into the air. McCallie tries to help it on. Final minute. It has been Joe Curry's day. It's been Trinity's second half almost exclusively. And it's going to be the Tigers who move to 2-0, move into first place in the conference. Here's McCallie looking maybe for the cherry on top. Spreads it wide for Kane. And that one off his head and out. Likely the final attack for either side. So the next test will be, can Trinity right the wrongs of their road record so far? Winless in 4 games, away from Paul McGinley Field, undefeated so far in the Conference of Home. Got the job done to conclude non-conference play against Concordia on Friday, to open SCAC action against TLU. And with a stellar second half, Trinity win this one 3-1 against Southwestern. And now they'll head on the road with momentum up to North Texas to face off against the University of Dallas on Friday. Joe Curry with a hat trick today, and he was simply superb, untouchable at times. He scored the penalty in the first half. A very convenient bounce for him to score his second, and then a piece of individual quality and magic. He skipped past 3 defenders and fired it into the bottom corner for his first career 3-goal game. Thank you so much for joining us this weekend. It's been a pleasure to take you through the action, and we hope you'll keep up with the team on their travels before returning home at the end of October to conclude the regular season. Trinity Tigers back on track, and we'll see you in just about a month's time.